Boom.
Oh!
Whoa, I think,
Wow.
who do we have today? Mr. Martin Amador from Colorado. Fun
So,
times.
Martin, let's go back. What got you to where you are now? You're an agency owner.
Yeah, I've always been in kind of people management, right? So
How do you stay motivated, and how do you keep your team motivated?
honestly, I just make it fun, man.
I think that you need to find other agents that are successful and just learn from them.
Buckle up. It's the Insurance Dudes podcast.
Well, thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Before we deep dive in, 2 questions today.
This
questions.
is a tough one. We're
Two
see
firsts.
What?
Okay.
Two firsts.
Okay. First,
Two
the
firsts.
background behind me. It is from an 80s TV show. You tell me, what living room do I have?
Man.
I know you've seen it.
Yeah,
Some reruns, perhaps?
I can imagine him just one of the characters just sliding through that door.
Oh man, is it Seinfeld?
That's right. Ding, ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding, 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 ding.
I'm not a Seinfeld fan personally, but I recognize that from reruns.
Okay, I forgive you.
Yeah.
Here's your bonus question. What
Bonus
band is behind me?
Oh man.
Making it even harder, the lead singer's head is cut off.
Yeah. I don't like the way that guy's looking at you from the back, man.
I know. It's a little
And they are wearing bondage
uncomfortable.
gear.
Uh,
They are wearing
Man, this
Studded
was
leather.
hard, bro. My 80s rock is not that good, bro. So man, but I love the stash though. I'm trying to catch up with the stash there, bro. So, I'm not sure. I'm gonna say like the Slayer. Is it Slayer? No, they're more
close.
they're
Close.
more hardcore than those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys will
Some
get-
may consider these guys hardcore.
Those guys look like they'll get rolled up, man. In the bro.
This is Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. Okay.
Is the correct answer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Fun
So,
times.
Martin, let's go back. What got you to where you are now? You're an agency owner, and how did you get there? Is that what you wanted to do when you were 7?
Totally.
Wow. Yeah. Isn't it? That's all we wanted to do, right? We all wanted to be agents, super agents. Yeah. No, actually, no. Yeah, I've always been in kind of people management, right? So, I've never thought I would own a business, so and be an agent. But yeah, no. Actually, a friend brought me in. And those are the best ones, right? You realize, like I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to be a salesperson, right? So, and he's like, why don't you do this? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really want to do that, So, but no, when I got into it, I figured out, man, it's more about just managing people, managing personalities, So, so that's been the fun part.
How do you stay motivated, and how do you keep your team motivated?
Yeah. So, honestly, I just make it fun, man. We're in a boring industry, bro. Right? I mean, nobody wants to talk to us, bro. Right? We're calling people, we're getting hung up on, and and then the people that we do talk to, we want to, give them the best. But yeah, I think that, I mean, just kind of, leaning towards the educational piece, right? And really kind of focusing on, on what you can do. Not everybody's going to bite, right? But that's a thing for my team, right? Just to kind of keep them motivated, right? Just to keep them interested, keep them fun, play cornhole, play games, throughout the day, do those things like that. It's because it's boring work, right? So
Yeah. we just onboarded a new person, and yesterday was her first day. And I told her, I said, listen, it's, if you learn our process, it's proven to work. But like everybody hears 90% no's, right? Salespeople you have to get used to no's. People that can't handle that can't win. It's the people that does not bother That's like the skill. The skill isn't to like shine during the 5% or 10%. The skill is the shine during the 90%, you know? So that you're right. Like motivation is such a huge deal. So you incentivize them, games you got going on.
Yeah, so games, definitely, and I mean, I think the biggest thing is just the communication piece, right? Um, I want to give them the tools they need to succeed, right? So, but I don't want to be micromanaging and doing all this extra work, right?
Yeah.
That we all love to do, right? So that's the hard part, but it's like give them the why. I want them to understand, right? I want to get them inspired, right? I mean, because or else they're just going to be those service people that I hired at the beginning, right? So I don't want that. I don't want a clock puncher, right?
Right.
So yeah, so I mean, just different things like different incentives, just to keep them motivated, keep them interested, right? So that's a hard part in sales to stay interested, you know. So yeah,
And
How
how do
often are you
you
changing
approach?
that? Oh,
Yeah.
changing what?
how often are you changing that? Like today, is it a daily thing? You come up with a new thing each day, each week?
No,
And give an example, like what's a great thing that they had a lot of fun with recently
yeah, no.
besides steak or beans?
Steak or beans, right? Yeah, no, but I just think things like that, right? Obviously, I mean, a lot of people are motivated by money, but like some people just want recognition too, right? So,
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't have to be big. That's my problem sometimes is I want it to be this big, extravagant, or let me just throw money at it, right? And then it'll blossom into something, right? But no, it's about being consistent, right? About being consistent with just meeting together, meetings, and as much as I don't like them, right? Because I feel like, oh great, I want to sell more stuff. They need to be talking to other people. But
Mm.
I think that 30 minutes daily or the 15 minutes daily, just really connecting with them and sometimes not even talking about work, right? Sometimes just talking about what's going on, right? It really kind of helps them to open up, not just to me, to the prospects too. So I just think it doesn't have to be simple. I mean, it doesn't have to be hard, just very simple and keep it simple. That's my thing. Keep it simple as possible. Throw lunches out there, throw drinks out there, those things like that. But
Love it. So, team management. You were you had some insight on some team management as far as the way you handle your team.
yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think what we're just sharing right now, just having a daily consistent meeting with them, really kind of talking to them. You have to figure out, each personality and like I was sharing earlier, just how I came through management and managing people, right? That's the hard part, right? I mean,
Mhm.
we can't just expect the results, right? Expect the results and be there at the finish line when they're, hey, you're 10 quotes short for the month, right? You can't do that, right? It has to be a journey, with each staff member, right? So, yeah, you can't cookie cut the all the processes, all the things like that. It's to me, it's more of a human thing, right? I'm more trying to connect to you. What makes you tick? Tell me about your family. Tell me about your kids. What's going on. Those type of things. I mean, I think those things have helped me a lot through the years because it's just been, I've been able to connect, right? And I've been able to share with them. They probably helped me more than I've helped them.
Mhm.
So it's more of a philosophy than an actual process or strategy, right? But I think that's the biggest thing. You have to walk along with them and through the whole process sometimes, right? So, or check up on them, right? So that's been huge for me. And I mean, honestly, being a parent, sometimes that kind of helps me sometimes. I mean, when you think of your staff, you're like, yeah, I got 2 kids or 3 kids, but I got 5 more kids at the office that I have to deal with.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's true, right? It's true, right?
Yep.
So you almost have to tie them together somehow.
Well, so far, what are your thoughts, Mr. Jason?
Very true. Team. I mean, it's like we can't do anything without our team. And I think a lot of people do struggle with, they just hire people, they bring them on, and it's like, just do your job, just sell. But it's like, man, we're all people. It's kind of like when we're prospecting in general, right? Everybody's people. So it's like you got to connect outside of what you're selling. You just have to connect. And I think that we have to do that with our staff as well.
All of this stuff, whether it's with the staff or with the prospects or with your kids, it's all the same stuff, you know?
Yep.
Have a process, have a framework to that. Do the same things. I mean, you're going to be more effective with your kids and have a better relationship with your kids if you listen to their needs and then you give them what they want and you truly care. Same thing with the staff, right? It's amazing how many times I've learned something from doing something at the office and then been able to apply that at home and vice versa.
Well, I can't ask him the final question because he's not on here.
Yeah. Well, if I was Martin and I was going to give one piece of advice to agents coming in, I would say, I think that you need to find other agents that are successful and are getting results and just learn from them. Ask them. Don't be afraid to ask. I think that there's a lot of people that are afraid to just ask questions and get to know people. Some agents may not have time. They may blow you off. That's fine. You know what? You're going to get a lot better response from agents than you do from prospects. So at least it's not going to be a 10% success rate. You're going to have a much higher success rate. But get out there, meet people, call Mr. Jason.
Or Mr. Craig.
No, but reach out and talk, talk to other agents. They're going to share ideas. I think that we've moved away from this scarcity mindset, and really the ones that are the most successful are the ones that are willing to help. Yep.
And Martin's in our elite group, and we've learned a lot from him, and hopefully he's learned something from us. But it's really cool to share those times. What we'll do is we'll wrap right now, and we'll get Martin on for a part deux. Part deux.
That'll be fun.
Sounds good, Mr. Craig.
All right, Mr. Jason. It's been another great time. We'll talk to you. Do your radio voice to sign out.
Oh, because we're trying a new platform. So this is our radio voice because we have a higher frame rate. What does that mean for you? Better audio quality.
I love it. So let's go ahead and signing off here. This is WPA.
Dudes, WWWPAQ. Huntington Beach. All right.
Tucson, Arizona.
Dudes.
Hey, you've got to check out the Insurance Dudes Inner Circle coming soon, where you get extended interviews as well as live coffee talks in our private Facebook group. Join the mailing list today at theinsurancedudespodcast.com. Hey, thanks for checking out The Insurance Dudes. Hey, please subscribe. We got some really great stuff coming out.